could be your voice.
I know, it's just, I wish I could say it was partying, but it's not. It's just like...
It's just gone, hasn't
It's just shouting at youngsters, I think, maybe. No, I don't know, so apologies.
No, it sounds lovely.
Just speak.
It does, it's sexy, I think.
As
You're
opposed
really
to
annoying me
normal.
now. Slim, beautiful, and now
Didn't
sexy
say that.
voice. Get off. Get off, go back to Lorraine. I have to sit here.
It's easier on my own over there, you know. Anyway, sorry, back to the jungle. It was funny after that little clip, Deck said, George clearly is doing it. He's hiding in plain sight. He's got the towel actually physically wrapped around it. But yeah, sharing, caring, is that the case for you, Carol? Would you share your towel in the jungle?
I wouldn't mind sharing a towel or even a bath or even bath water. I mean, just what I grew up with. You know, we always shared our bath water. I'm good at sharing that sort of stuff that everybody else seems to care about, but I'm quite precious about my stuff. Right? I don't care about, you know, anything that's sort of, you know,
that's
in the hygiene area.
So are you happy to share or are you precious about your stuff?
No, I'm precious about my stuff. Like, if, you know, me and Mark have got our own mugs, and if he uses my mug, it makes me annoyed.
So you're not sharing?
Well, I don't use my mug.
How does that fit into, I'm happy to share?
No, I'm happy to share.
Other people's stuff.
I would share a toothbrush. I would share things like that. Well, with Mark, obviously, not with you lot. But no, those sorts of things I don't mind sharing. I don't mind sharing, but I don't want people borrowing my stuff because
So
most
it's material
of the time,
things.
Material things, yes, because I didn't have anything when I was little, and I take care of it, and I know people won't take care of it, and I don't like it when they borrow things and don't put them back. And I hate it when people go, can I borrow that DVD? And I'm like, you don't want to borrow it because you're never going to give it back, right?
From 20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. And I like it, and I might want to watch it again.
You still watch DVDs?
Yeah. Got a problem with that.
Nobody is borrowing your DVDs.
No. Well, they used to, but they borrowed books and, you know, things like that. So, yeah, I'm quite... I don't mind food. I'll share food.
Oh, no.
But you appreciate your stuff.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
And I look after it, and it lasts forever.
And it would annoy you if it got broken or ripped or torn because of that.
Well, you'll share food, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Loads of people, you don't like sharing.
I will not share
sharing
food.
Jane doesn't share food.
I get anxious. You know when people say, let's go and have tapas? And I don't like that because then there's lots of bowls on the table and I can see everybody else is taking the one I like and leaving the one and all of that. I just don't like that at all. So when we go to restaurants, you know when people go, right, on the menu, should we just get a few bits to share? I'm like, no, thanks, no. I'm having steak and chips and blah. And then literally when the waiter puts it down, if he puts it over there, I'll go, that's mine. And I put it like that inside my territory.
But don't you think that's annoying, like when you're ordering a takeaway, like a Chinese or Indian takeaway or whatever, and someone goes, should we share a rice? And I go, do I look like someone that shares? You think I got this by sharing?
But it's good, though. You can have a bit of everything, though, if you share your food.
If you want a bit of everything, order it. Order it if you want it. But I want to have mine.
I don't want it all. I want
if
some
you
of
went to
yours.
get some of mine without asking me, I would put my fork in the back of your hand.
But it's... Oh, my God, violent! That's quite violent. But it tastes better off someone else's plate, right? Chips, especially.
I think also I'm an only child.
I was going to say,
so as
is
a
that
kid,
maybe,
my stuff just stayed where I put it.
Just very selfish.
Like, my girls now are the same size, foot size, everything as me, height. The rule, exactly what you just said, if you want to borrow it, you can, but if you don't put it back, you'll never get to borrow it again.
You see, and I'm the youngest of 8, so I didn't have a choice.
No.
Mine had been used 7 times before I got to it.
Did you ever have a clean towel?
Did I ever clean anything, no? No.
Did you share the bath water?
Always.
Yeah, so did we. You had to draw a straw to see who got in it last. And there's 8 of you.
Don't pity me, guys.
I think that top looked better on your sister, by the way.
Jane is on fire today. I think it's the fiery jumper.
It is. She's out of control.
Another topic of discussion in the camp yesterday was the news, with Corey Sue Cleaver saying she has been missing keeping up with the headlines whilst in the
That's
jungle.
just ridiculous.
I know you feel totally the opposite to this.
I was horrified when I heard her say that. That would be the least thing. That'd be the thing I'd be enjoying if I was in the jungle, is that I'm not listening to the horrendous, depressing news that we are being bombarded with every moment of the day, which I've now just can't watch it anymore. I don't watch it anymore. You know, I'm at home. When I'm at home, I do not have anything to do with the news on. I'm not reading anything about it because I don't, you know, luckily I have never really suffered with, you know, anxiety or, you know, depression and all that. And I've realised that every time I spend 10 minutes, if I hear the news, I am so anxious and I'm so, oh my God, it's finished. We're all done for. Yeah. You know, the whole world's falling apart and we're all going to be living on the streets. And it's so bad. It's caused me so much anxiety that now I've got to walk away from it.
It's been like that for about the last 2.5 years, hasn't it? And that's why I don't make a point of watching it. I mean, I watch it sometimes just to see how bad it's getting. But I just... Well, because it is, isn't it? It just gets worse and worse. And the thing is, it worries me because it is on 24 hours a day and people are obsessed with it. And I find that since all the stuff started 2.5 years ago, I find that people are not questioning the news, and I think people should question it because what you see is not always what is actually happening, and it is designed to scare you.
It's
and it is designed.
Fear-mongering's
been going on really quite heavily for a long time, and a lot of it is propaganda, whether you like it or not. It is.
Well, Jane made me feel better.
Yeah, exactly. You should look. People should look. You should look through it and you should question what actually they're telling you because it isn't always the case, is it? You know, you work in that business.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I think back in the day, you know, we had the 6 o'clock news and you'd sit down and you'd watch the 6 o'clock news and it would be pretty factual. And there was a very clear line between opinion and news and what was actually happening and what was somebody's opinion. That has become very blurred of late. So now you read somebody's opinion and it's presented as fact. And if you read through it and it says it might happen, set to happen, could happen, it ain't happening.
It probably won't.
It probably won't happen. Yeah. But the headline won't tell you that. And of course, it's all driven by algorithms. So when you go onto a streaming platform and everything is about serial killers, that's because people have been watching about serial killers. The ratings have gone up. The algorithms tell it. Make more programmes about serial killers. Same with news. So the more that you click on something that's alarmist, the more alarmist headlines that they will give you. And it's the same even with, like, celebrity stuff, you know. You'll read message boards and you'll read a story about somebody or whatever, a celebrity, and all the messages will be, why are you constantly writing about this person? I find her really irritating. And you think, you're feeding the algorithm. You're commenting, you're looking at it, you're reading. The algorithm is saying, let's have more of this.
And there's a lot of stuff that isn't actually reported. The stuff you don't see on the news that is good. And you have to look at other news sources sometimes to find these things. You know, the mainstream news in this country, they have, like, a list, an agenda that they report on. And there's stuff going on in the world that is good news, actually, but you don't read about it. They don't tell you about this stuff.
That's what I want. It's like, you know, even if they told us all this good news, but then ended it with something nice. I mean, where's the good news and the funny news and the...
Yeah, there's lots of it around.
But Trevor McDonald did it all the time.
Yeah,
finally. And there's always something that was a bit, that's quite nice.
But if you think...
finally now is...
Finally.
You know, all this stuff that we're seeing now about, you know, atrocities around the world, it's always gone on, but we didn't necessarily know about it. And now what we've got, it's in our face 24/7. So
it's psychologically damaging as well,
It increases your anxiety.
And the problem being, you're watching it, not knowing everything that you've just described and thinking, well, I can't do anything about it.
That's the worst thing for me. I'm being told stuff that I have no control over.
Exactly.
So stop telling me then.
Yeah.
So you feel powerless.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Generally in life, Jane.
That's a whole other part.
It's just a very depressing show for me today.
It all dates back to the bathwater, doesn't it?
Yeah.